In particular, you'll find a lot of communities, they fast and they say extra prayers. They read the whole book of Tehillim, and it's called Yom Kippur Katan, a miniature, a small Yom Kippur, because it is a time of great value. Says the Kaf HaChaim, if a person could fast the mishmeret of the month, which is when the cycle of the month kind of starts clicking in, which is mainly on the eve of the month, they should do that with davar gadol. It's a great added value. V'ikar ta'anit, what is the purpose of the fast? Hulefashfesh velachkor hetev hadek ma shechata b'chol hachodesh, is to try to figure out, try to evaluate and feel what we may have been sinful at, or we may have not done good enough in the previous month. V'lachzor b'tshuva, and through that time of fasting, we'll be able to kind of come back closer into shuvah. Why? Because fasting is a preparation to kind of like give less domination to the physical side of the person, and then it allows you to think a little bit more, give clarity on the maasim that we do. He says also over here, some people had a minhag to study the korbanot. The korbanot that we know that we brought in the Beit HaMikdash, mainly we read them in Parashat Pinchas, and we Rosh Chodesh. He says it's good to study the korbanot. Why? Because when you study it, it's almost as if as you're doing it. And fasting is like a korban. It brings you closer to Hashem, and it's almost a personal, very sentimental sacrifice between you and Hashem. That if I have been chayav, obligated to bring any type of korban for any sinful action that I may have done, then that is considered as if I have done it. And so tefillah, and not only the fasting, it's also the praying and the getting closer to Hashem is something of added value. In this week's parasha, it's really interesting. We read in Parashat Toldot that Yitzchak and Rivka, they couldn't have children very easily, and so the pasuk says that they prayed to Hashem. What does it say? V'yetar Yitzchak l'Adonai le'nochach ishto ki hakara hi v'yetar lo Adonai v'tar Rivka ishto. Yitzchak pleaded with Hashem in front of his wife, le'nochach ishto. And who did Hashem answer? So what do you mean in front of his wife? Yitzchak is here, says the Midrash. Yitzchak is one corner of the house. His wife Rivka is in another corner of the house, corresponding to each other. They're each praying from the walls of their heart to Hashem. And Hashem answers Yitzchak, not Rivka. Why? We all heard the stories that when the mothers prayed, when the matriarchs prayed, they always had a better connection to Hashem. There's something special and unique about them. Why is it that here we see that Yitzchak is answered before or Rivka? And so Rashi says, because ena doma tefillah shel tzaddik ben tzaddik letzaddik ben rasha. When you're going to evaluate and compare the tefillot of a person that is a tzaddik, the son of a tzaddik, then their tefillot, their prayers are answered even more than a person that is a tzaddik, a son of a non-tzaddik. Now that is really difficult for me to understand. Just because my dad isn't a good person, then Hashem is not going to listen to my prayers? Just because I came from such a family and I chose to make a new path for myself, then I have less qualities, I have less merit. And so I think the real understanding is, not because my dad, is busy in Vegas, like playing in the casino all day, then Hashem is not going to answer my prayers. It's actually the opposite. There is an essence for tefillah. When you're a tzaddik, a son of a tzaddik, or a daughter of a tzaddik, that means that your parents, it's not their actions, it's their tefillot. They prayed all day. They would pray to Hashem every time you get in and out of the house, mezuzah, you kiss, you pray to Hashem, you know that Hashem is in your life, Hashem is leading you. And so the tefillot, it's just whether we like it or not, they make a difference. The more you pray, the closer your tefillot are advanced and go up to Shamayim. And so if you're a child of a person that has prayed their whole life for your success, then you will be answered. And it says over here, also there's a perush that's brought down in the Kli Yakar. Why is it that if you're, especially in this case, it says Avraham ulidet Yitzchak. Yitzchak, his prayers were answered because of Avraham. Avraham prayed so many times that Hashem should give him children and that his offspring should really fill the world. And so Hashem had no choice but to bless Yitzchak from that, because all the prayers that Avraham had. And so today for us, we're praying for Hashem's bracha in our life, to protect our soldiers, to bring deliverance and victory to Am Yisrael. We know that our prayers, of course, don't go unanswered, and we have a message from Dan Swedlow.
Prayers are very important. Drones are also very helpful.
They're also very high.
Yeah. Quick question, announcement sort of. So I'm doing a fundraiser for my son's unit. They're up in in there.